Hello, everybody. My name is Dennis Shao. I'm organizer of the Bay Area Content Marketing Meetup. We're meeting these days online here on Zoom. Really excited for today's topic. We often have presenters who are marketers. Today, our speaker, Edward Chechique, is not a marketer by title. I think he does marketing, but Edward is a UX designer. I met Edward online a few weeks ago, and he was telling me about a content marketing machine that he's built to help promote, essentially help promote his expertise and his personal brand, and how he uses a bunch of AI tools, some of which I've heard of, to help him create this and sustain this machine. So I'm really excited for today's talk. Edward is joining us today in Malaga, Spain. So I think it's past 9 p.m. local time. So Edward, and I've heard great things about the beauty of Malaga. We'll have to visit someday. So Edward, thanks for joining us and take it away.
Okay, so thank you, Denise. Thank you all of you for coming. Thank you, Denise, to invite me. I hope this session will give you value for all of you. And I will talk about how I create content marketing by artificial intelligence and why I use artificial intelligence. So we can start. Okay, so I will introduce myself. My name is Edward Chechique. I am product designer from Malaga. It's a wonderful city in the south of Spain. And during the last 7 years, I specialized in designing digital products for different software companies and focusing on user experience, user interface, design systems, research, and usability test. And in general, I always work in a team of products, so I always close to developers and product managers and QA teams. And apart from that, I'm a moderator of design thinking workshops and actively do mentorship to help designers who want to enter the user experience field. So this is a little bit about me. And I'm UX designer, but actually what motivates me to create content marketing? Because okay, I'm designer, but not content marketer. But there are some things that let's say push me to do it. First, I don't want to send any more CV in my life. To be honest, I don't like it. I feel that I compete with a lot of people. So first of all, I wanted to create content to promote myself. To be honest, I very love the place that I work today, but life changing, and I want to prepare today for the future. So, and I don't want to compete with a lot of people in sending CV. I want that the companies will come to my door, knock on the door, and say, "Hey, do you want to come to work with us?" So this is the first thing that for me it's important. Apart of that, I focus on writing, and because the content marketing, it's focus my thoughts. So when I create the content, I understand what I want to say, and it's give me the ability to communicate better. So this is the second thing. And the last thing, I want to share my knowledge. For now I do it from free, so I create content for free and share valuable knowledge to designers that need this information. So this is the things that let's say move me or push me to create content marketing. But actually most of the time I write, but while writing and not do another stuff. So to be honest, I started with Instagram also, but it was difficult to me to explain my content because I felt that Instagram, it's a platform that I cannot go deep to things to explain them. And at the end, I felt that if I not show myself and not make, let's say, a little bit celebrity inside the platform and show my life, it's not promoting. I cannot move inside. So I prefer not to focus on that. I tried for 4 months, upload the content. I studied a little bit about that, but I didn't feel that it gave me value and not support what I wanted to do. Part of that, I did also on YouTube, some videos. Sometimes I continue to do it, but the thing is that in content of video, it's a lot of time to edit, and it's a lot of time that take me to edit, and I felt that, okay, this is a great platform, but not what I want to do, because it's take a lot of time to edit, and I don't have a lot of energy to focus on edit and not to create the content. So at the end, I finished with with writing. That's the most thing that I focus. I try to release or let's say to publish a content or article every 2 weeks. It's about 10 minutes to 15 minutes of time read, but it's very complete. The thing is that I call it slow content. It's slow to write it, to edit. It's easy to edit. The big benefits here, and that we talked today, is the AI program that I use that helped me. It's required me a lot of attention, so I cannot do anything about create the content. I need to be very focused to be able to write. And again, as I said before also, it's pushed me to be a better communicator and person that explains better. I felt that, I think before I started to write, let's say I feel that I improved my ability to communication because of that. And again, it's keep me sharp at the end. So I keep with writing. But okay, I'm create content for writing, but the questions that you can ask is why. First of all, what is artificial intelligence, and after that I will explain why I use it. But first of all, what is artificial intelligence that people that not know with that? So normally it's look in the movie something like that, something that we don't understand, but it's more easy if we understand it in very basic stuff. So artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence by machines. These simulations are created with specific purpose in mind, such as solving problems and making decisions. And an example of artificial intelligence that people use every day is the Google search engine. When someone types a question, it will give you an answer to your questions and show you other information about what you're searching. And by the way, this content was written by artificial intelligence. I didn't write anything here. The machine wrote it. I didn't change anything here. So this is artificial intelligence. And but why I use artificial intelligence? Because actually I can write without it. But in my case, there is something that helps me. And to be honest, this is without artificial intelligence, I don't know if I will be able to publish in English stuff. First of all, I'm not native speaker. Because I'm not English speaker native, I am not able to write like a native. I don't have the confidence to that what I write is correct, and maybe I have misspelling or errors or grammar errors, but I can critique myself because I'm not native. It's maybe can be a little bit funny, but it's real. I cannot. Apart of that, I'm not a professional writer. I don't have I use always simple words, and I'm not capable of writing in high level. So the machines help me to close these two gaps. This is about creating the content. Apart of that, because we talk about writing, the SEO is super important, and apart of that, I'm not SEO expert. Okay, I'm not close to be like that. So I want to know I improve, but I'm not. So the machines, it's like my GPS. It's explaining what I need to do to be ranked in Google or also in other platforms. So this is who I am, why writing, why I create content, what's artificial intelligence, and why I use it. But now I move in my creation process and explain step by step what to do where I use artificial intelligence, and I will show some examples that I guess will be valuable for you. To be honest, at the end I will answer the question. So let's if you have a question at the end, I will answer. And one more thing, I will show here some software, and my advice for you guys is to keep with the concept, because there is a lot of software that do the same, and every day that's come more software, but the concept is the same. And this software that I use, I represent more software. So okay, because it's the same mechanism more or less. So my creation process starts with ideation. I go to research. I make a draft with speech to text that I will show now. I write it again and correct my misspelling, improve the paragraphs, make it more legible. I review it on MarketMuse, that is the SEO tools that I use. I read it again to see that everything is okay. And after that, I publish it. 7 steps. Each 2 weeks, I do these 7 steps to publish an article. So I start with ideation, or in other words, from where I get my ideas. So things I really write about things that happens in life and work experience. Normally, I'm not use what people rank in Google. I really write to my real experience. I publish it. Sometimes it's a topic that people search for, but it's not what I, let's say, search to do. I mean, it's not the first thing I write to explain my work experience. For example, if I see that I need to improve something, I write about it. If I need to organize my thought, I write about it. If I want to organize my design process and explain to others, I write about it. So each time I have an idea that comes to my mind, I write it right away on very easy program. In that case, the Google Apple Notes. I write it right away. And after that, I come back. It can be 1 week. After that, 2 weeks, 1 month. Take one topic and start to work on it. So I'm not use a tool to find ideas. It came to my mind where in daily life, I just put it on notes, and after that, continue to create the content. Once I choose one topic that I want to explain, I make a research. So the first thing, artificial intelligence, but super easy, that I guess most of you know this technique. I put it in Google. It gives me some what people search for, so it can focus me a little bit about what things that I want to write and what people search for. It's a simple technique. It's very easy to use, but the problem is that a lot of times based my profile in Google, so it's a little bit it can have a bias. But I start with that. Apart of that, I go to MarketMuse. Okay, and I search what people search about this topic. In that case, there is a tool here. This is the questions. So I search for design handoff. I will say that design handoff, it's the moment that me as a designer move all the assets and the design and the visual and the logic to the developer to work. It's the moment that let's say the design handoff, it's a bridge that connects my work to the developer. Most of the time, it's a lot of documentation and explanation, sometimes video and visual screens. So I put it here. I get what people ask about that. So this gives me also some idea what I need to write. A part of that, I search here to competitive heat map. I see what are the articles that rank better in Google. So you can see here, the blue is the most ranking. If it's red, it's not ranking very bad. It's giving me the score of the articles. And here I can see what people search for and what is more competitive. Blue, it's more competitive. Red, the topic that's less competitive. So this is the tool that I use here. It's helped me to write because it's given me some ideas that I didn't thought that maybe it's good to talk about. It started to give me some words that I should use, and what is the level of the competence between me and the other articles. Let's see a video. So a part of that there is another tool on MarketMuse. This is a MarketMuse, the name you was asking the chat, MarketMuse. So I have here related topics. I run the questions and the tool. As you can see here, there is the topic to write. Oh, let me see. I want to move that. So there is variants. There is the topic. There is the suggested word to use in the article, and here it's variants that I show in this presentation. Also, what it's do is that it's take the word design, give me possibility to include the word design in another phrase, for example, design handoff, user interface design. So it gives me variants that can help me to write. So this is the words that MarketMuse suggests. I can move it here. You see design process, handoff tool, developer, design file, all this stuff. It gives me a hint on what topic and how to rank the information. Okay.
And Edward,
Yes.
can you just repeat on those colored boxes on the right? I think it's called suggested. What do those mean again?
Okay. This is mean how many times I need to add this word inside the article. Okay. Now, I don't, it's give 30, but it's give to, I don't know how they calculate. Again, I say to the because I want to be ranking Google, they say to me, okay, use this, this is the amount that you need to add. But this is the research. At the end, it gives me some hints. I know what I want to speak about. And I use a tool that they call speech to text. Speech to text is I speak, the computer write in easy word. So all of us know, now I mean that now I make the draft, it's the third point. All of us know this technique of writing. We open Google Docs, Microsoft Word, and start to type information. This is I call it classic way. I write, and okay, that's good. But if I want to generate ideas, this way block me to write because I need to be focused. But I want to, let's say, push all what I have in mind to the draft. But this is a little bit slowly for me. So what I do, I use a tool like from Google. Let me see. Okay, I use this tool of Google. It's called speech to text. I speak, Google write. It's much more easier to write in that way. And I show you now, I disconnect my earphones that I hope that you can hear with video what I do. This is a faster way to write. Okay, could you hear it? I don't know if you can hear that I talk in the video. Yes.
Yep, I heard.
Okay.
We heard it.
So the stuff is like that. This is a tool I don't know if you know in Google Docs. It's free, so that's great. This is in English, it's tools. I'll go to tools, open, write with the voice. And click here. You can select the language. There is American English, Australian, Canadian, and another language that you can write also in Spanish and more. And I write. So the cool things here, and that's artificial intelligence, that it's super fast to write, but it's not focusing. I mean, if you need to be focused, it's different. It's fine to throw all the ideas to the paper. People that have block in writing it can be very useful for them. Again, I use it because I want to generate stuff much more faster. Another way to use voice to text, it's to use another tool. In that case, I will show a tool that called Happy Scribe. What Happy Scribe do is like that. You take your phone, your microphone, and grab yourself talking. Talk and talk and talk and talk. After that, you upload the file to this machine, to this software, and the software hear the voice and translate it to text. So imagine that you have time that you make jogging and you want to start to create content. Take your phone and your the earphones with the microphone, and you can start talk and talk and talk, walking in the street and talk. At the end, you came to your home and you can have one full article or full ideas of article. So I will show now what happened. I will not show how I upload, but because it's super technical, very easy. The thing is that I upload here a voice of 10 seconds, okay? And it translates the voice to this text. I open the file. the tool called Happy Scribe.
This is an example of speech to text.
Okay, so the stuff is like that. This is another way that you can. This is another way that you can write. There is a lot of programs like that. I use a Happy Scribe because I buy it, but there is a lot of another one. It's called Voice to Speak, and you can try. There's also free trial or some programs that give I don't know 15 minutes every month, but that's cool tool also to start to create the content. Let's continue. Okay, so at the end, with all the draft, I have a, let's say, of skeleton of the article. You can see here that I have a lot of misspelling. A lot of misspelling that I have here, but I don't care now. I will fix it after that. And a lot of text that I wrote. You can see a lot of misspelling, but that's no problem because now I will start to organize all this stuff. And that's now it's the magic of the content, more the things that we saw now. And that's actually what helped me a lot. So I call it write it again, but actually it's organized all the information now to a clear article. So let me see. So I have this article and I start to, first I want to see that there is misspelling. I start to use Grammarly. This is also a tool that helps to fix misspelling. A part of that, it can help also to improve the text, but this tool improve the text more in a very direct way. So it's super good if you write a document. I didn't find for myself very helpful. I know that there is a feature here that I can say that I want to be the text that I want to be more funny, more direct. But for me, I use mostly for misspelling. So I can show you what happened now. You see here there is the Grammarly detect that this word is not okay. They suggest me something and say okay. I click here and it's right, and it's changed the word. Here there is another, and they understand that there is a problem here. The program understands what I wanted to say. It suggests me 4. So I click here. That's what. We will back also to Grammarly for another feature that they has, and a part of that, what's good here, very good tool. I like it very much, and it's free for misspelling, so I don't need to pay. The advanced tool that they have also works well because how they help to reorganize the text and that stuff. If you want to do it much more easier, Google also they has it also in Google Docs. As you can see here, I have 2 errors. And here on the tools, you can see here on the tools, right? Sorry. Another stuff. Now here on Google Docs, they implemented also. It's not work. Oh, okay. They implemented also some helper for misspelling. I go here to tools, orthography and grammatical. Okay, here this is the tool. You can have the shortcut. I use Mac, so click here, and this window open and start to give me example what I need to change. Here in Spanish, it's right change to change then the word put to give. So I can accept or not. In that case, I will I not accept the suggestion. I not accept the suggestion. I not accept. And here I see that okay, I want to change that. They offer me design. I click on accept. And it's also developer. So up to now, first I use to fix with the misspelling. I know that people that also non-native use it because it detects for them things that maybe they need to read the whole articles, but these tools can find the stupid errors very fast. So this is great tool. Also, it's free because it's Google, so great to use. And now it's the big magic. This is now I have the text. I don't have misspelling. I want now to improve the way I write. So I took one paragraph here. This product called Wordtune, and this is the pay. I paid for that, so you will able to see all the features. But the thing is that I write something and the program understands what I want to write. I say to the program, if I want that this text will be, I ask her to write. I write it to make it more casual, more formal, short, or expand. So you will see now that I select all the text, click on rewrite, and select all the text. I click on rewrite, and it's give me suggestion to these sentences. Okay, so for me it's not an helper, it's a magic, or more than that. It's without that I will not able to write in high level. I mean, no, I cannot. It's not possible. So if I want to rewrite, great. If I want, I can make it more casual. Right. One moment. If I want, I can make it more casual. So you can see here. If I want, I can change it to more, let's say, tone that it's more formal. Okay, and make it shorter, or expand it. Look that here they detect that they have 4 sentences. They suggested the first one. Now I said, okay, I want to go to the next one. You can see here, this is the second one. Again, I can select what I wanted to change. Once I will click on one of them, it will change it automatically. Don't know if I grab it in the video. So this is the Wordtune. It's super helpful. And the good things here that if you are blocked on writing, it will open the bind in one moment. Another thing here that it's great, that if you are people that do not, I was saying in Spanish, if you're native in Spanish and it's more easy to write in Spanish, you can write it in Spanish and it will translate it and give you suggestion in English. So I will write in English, in Spanish. I said, okay, rewrite it. It's giving it in English with the different ways. So that's super. It's a great tool. I love it, and it's helped me a lot. But the magic, not this is up to now. Okay, but I mean the next generation of the AI will be something like that. And this is another tool. Let me see. Now I have here another tool. It's called Writer, but this is another level of artificial intelligence, and that's why I think in the future it will be more common. So this is a platform to write, but actually I can write here. You can see here at the top, like Microsoft Word and everything. But the thing here is that it can help me to rewrite sentences or paragraph, but not only that. Imagine that you are now working and you are blocked and you want to write something. So I will show here at the end of our famous article. I move about that and I see that I want to write more. I have something that I want to add. So I can say to the program, make paste here. I want here I wrote the article, but I forget to write what is the design development head of. I mean, explain the process, but maybe people don't know. I say to the program, write for me what is the design to development head of. It's like my, sorry about what, my employee, you know. So what I do here, that's one moment. I take all this, and look, I can rephrase it, improve it, make from it paragraph. And I have this command. If I will write on command, look what happened. It's wrote me in this paragraph, and that is a magic. So I only say to the program, please write to me that, and the program write to me these sentences. Now, actually, after reading it, I understood that I needed to explain to her another things that write what is designed to the hand of in the software industry. So it will be more accurate. But it's great when you need to create the content and you don't have time, or you forget something, or you are blocked. You say to the program, write me, and it's open the thinking what to write. So after that, now the article is built. I am fine with that, but now I need to improve the SEO. So what I do now, I use again MarketMuse. And I call MarketMuse GPS for my SEO, like exactly like Waze or Google Maps. I say to the program, I want to rank in Google, and the program explain me what I need to do to rank in Google. So I will show how it's work. It's quite simple. This is the program. Here's the article. On the top here, I have some information that they said. They said your content score is 42. The average is 25. The target of you 35. This is the score. Your paragraph is 2,611 words. The average of this paragraph it's 1,454, and the target it's 1,703. So this what guide me when I write. When I reach the content, the target here and the target here, I know that I am on the way. So a part of that, it gives me suggestions about what word I use and what I need to add. For example, the program said to me, you need to use for one time prototyping tool. I see that it's 0. I find the place that I can add it, and I add it. And that's why I improve my content score. Now, I'm not an SEO expert. I know that there can be much more advanced to do this stuff. There is more tools like a Smarch or a Novel, but I don't have the time invest to study SEO from zero. It's not my job. This tool gives me the basics to do. It's explain what I need to do. And to be honest, after starting to work with MarketMuse, I improve a lot my SEO. I have articles that rank very good in Google, and not all of them, but for the effort that I need to do in SEO, it's improved a lot. So I will show an example how it works. You can see here that I have the paragraph, I content score of 42. And now I see that I want to add the user interface and see that I can add these words. It's easy to add. So what I do, I see that I want to add these words. I click on that. I agree user interface, and it's giving me suggestions what can I use. I mean, if I use the interface is not enough for me, I say, oh, okay, I can use more stuff here. So I can review it, and if I see I can add it, I will add it. But if not, I can say, okay, I have an idea what I can add with user interface. I come back here to the text. And I see that here I can add this, I can add the name, this user interface. As you can see here, I am 41. And you can see here now it's 42. It's also have a little animation here that said, okay, now your content is going higher. I use now one user interface. So that's MarketMuse. For, to be honest, also great UX, so it's easy to use. I like it very much. More than that, so when I finish it, there is one thing after I finish that I do. I can use this plagiarism feature of Grammarly. If I click here, Grammarly detect all the internet if I copied or something look similar to another articles in the web. So I don't have a video, but this is a great feature if you want to be sure that your content is not very close to other people's content. So if you see that your phrases are very close, you can change. So this is a great feature. I don't have a video, but if you make content marketing, I guess you know the things of the copywriting and that stuff is super important. So Grammarly offer this feature. More than that, I finished the content. I read it again to be sure that everything is okay. What I want to say, it's there. And after that, I publish it. Normally, I publish on Medium. So this is actually the last article. As you can see here, 20-minute read. And I think that's all. This is all the process. As I say, 7 steps from research, from ideation, research, make draft, write again, and after that, I think I improve it, read it again, and publish it. So, from my point, that's the process, that's the tool that I use. I hope that it was valuable for you guys. And if you have any questions, I will be happy to respond.
Amazing stuff, Edward. It brings tears to my eyes. I think, I mean, you're a UX designer. I would say your process is more sophisticated than probably 65% of full-time content marketers. So well done.
Thank you. No, yeah. I will say something that normally this is the advice for me. You can use if you want to use a lot of artificial intelligence product. You can use AppSumo. I know if you want it, that it's give time life deals for a lot of products. And I sometimes I buy products to test them because my work is UX designer, so I want to see how new products work. So a lot of now there is a boom of artificial intelligence product, and you can get cool. I think cool. I don't know the tool that I said. So that writer, it's cost they're not $39 time life deal. So I mean, this is a way to start to touch these products without pay a lot. So
right,
if you have, that's great.
Excellent.
So if you have questions, I'm curious, what was the group thinks that AI threatening content marketing jobs? And so, okay, this I cannot say. I cannot know if you not have. From my point of view, I don't know. I don't know, but it's make the job.
I guess I can somewhat answer, I guess, not trying to speak for you, Edward, but I think a lot of these tools, in one sense, would eliminate something a human might do to help you. But for someone like yourself, who's not content marketing is not your full-time role, you're just doing this for your personal brand, then these tools are like, you said, you wouldn't be able to do this without those tools, because you probably wouldn't hire people to do some of this work, but the tools are affordable enough, or some are free, that you would do it. Bigger picture, like, it does mean that software is substituting the role that humans used to do. So there is going to be some displacement, but I think we just have to, as content marketers, we have to stay ahead of the game and help manage the software as opposed to have the software manage us out.
Yes, I don't think it will replace the people. It's make us more people that need to work more sophisticated and make all this easy stuff not easy. The basic stuff the machine can do. I can say I didn't show here, but there is a lot of products today that you can upload a full article, and it's generate a video with images based on the content. So
Wow.
Another level. I did,
Yeah.
Or today one of the tools that I didn't show here, that I write what I want to say, it's generate for me post on Instagram with the image automatically. So I guess we need to understand the market more and to understand what to stick, but maybe we need to choose what the product do and promote it, but it cannot 100%. The people needs to be there.
So speaking of images, let's say you have like a 1,700 word or 2,000 word post. How do you think about images, or do you incorporate images at all in your articles?
In my case, it's depend. Maybe I can show. Let me see something. It would be much more valuable to show it. It's depend of the content. Normally, I generate it by myself. You see. Here I will find. I will open this this article. One moment.
Okay.
The thing is that it depends. Most of the time I use free images.
Okay.
But sometimes I generate it by myself. I will show this article that I share with you the handoff. One moment.
While you're doing that, David, your comment, we are not planning to stop the Zoom meetup. So these are going to continue for as long as there's an audience and presenters. So we're going to keep going.
This is the article. Okay, so first I can show if, for example, this is a person that called Pablo Stanley. It's this illustration that I hope that okay. This illustration of this this designer is free. I give him here his name, but this is free, so I do it with that. Sometimes I generate content. You see, this is something that I did by myself. It's something very technically designers.
Nice.
This is also I do by myself. So it's a mix between, if it exists, I add it as a free. If not, I start to create it by myself. And yes, as you can see, this is it's explained quite well how I do the images.
Yeah.
So it's a mix.
And for those of you who are not familiar with Medium, you'll, as Edward was scrolling, like right here, you see the green. That means people are commenting. So Edward is obviously creating some valuable content because people are commenting on it and highlighting it.
It's interesting because another thing is that if people mark something, you can use it as a tweet after that, you know. Sometimes
exactly.
You write something, you can retweet it. So this I understand from the content, the more content.
Yeah. Okay, who else has questions? We have probably time for a couple more before we wrap things up. Feel free to unmute yourself or use the chat to ask a question. And Elizabeth, I see your comment. Yeah, we're going to continue on Zoom. Anyone? No one? So Edward, I'll ask, you might have mentioned this briefly, but a lot of these tools are the AI tools. They have a free version, and then to get additional features, there's a paid version. Do you have examples of cases where it's something that's so compelling that you decided to pay for it? Give us some examples of the paid versions that you're using.
I see here. I paid for MarketMuse.
Okay.
I think now they have 35 free searches. I think I don't remember well, but I pay for that. A
Okay.
part of that I paid for, let me see here, for Wordtune I paid.
Okay.
It's cost 70, I think, per year, $70, something like that. Grammarly, I paid it in the past. Maybe I continue with I will buy it again. But yes, I pay for these tools. Again, 70 for me, it's nothing if I compare it the ability to write well. So,
Now, those prices you quoted, that's per month or per year or one time?
okay, it's depend on the product.
Okay.
This one I bought it, for example, from for a year. But if you use AppSumo,
Yep.
I don't know if you know it. It has great time life deal. So there is some programs that I buy in time life deal, and to be honest, it's like you can think about it that you invest in a company. They give for 50 euros, $100, depend, access to the product for all life because they need people, so they give these things. This is a great way to find new products.
Got it. Excellent.
This Dan, if I understand you well, does AI suggest images and account for copyright? Okay, if there is some tools that suggest images, and it's only most of the time that I saw, it's free from Unsplash and that stuff. A part of that Grammarly that I showed before, there is another things Grammarly has. Let me see. Go here. Okay, Grammarly has this feature that if I click on that, it suggests me if something is copied from the internet. So it's make good job. And I guess that the product of the AI make the plagiarism before they suggest something. I guess, I don't know. So I didn't have to change a lot after checking.
I have another question. This might be a stretch, but all the writing you've done, like you've probably written 20,000, 100,000 words of content. Has all this writing helped to improve your role as a UX designer?
Yes, I think yes, because I can explain to people better what I wanted to say. I feel that I communicate better. Sometimes I write about something and I need to use it in my daily job.
Yes.
So in moment, I understand what I wanted to say, understand the process.
Oh, I see.
Focus me.
Okay. But what about the
So,
actual craft of UX design? Does it help that at all, as opposed to explaining things?
not directly, but because I use these programs, and they're very new, I can say that I studied the interactions for these programs because it's to write to interface that I write in the interface. Write me an article, you know. It's quite new because I didn't show here, but before it was like different to write to use artificial intelligence. It was write what you want to say, what it was that we need to use. It was different. Now it's much more advanced. So it's showing the future of the AI. And to be honest, sometimes when I design these products, I take ideas from there to the interface that I design.
Got it. Excellent. Okay, we have time for one more question if anyone has one. Feel free to
hi, actually, I have two questions if I can.
Excellent.
Can you do you use these tools to also write in Spanish, or do you use it only for English?
Only for English, but I show if you want to write in Spanish, I will show one tool that is you can use Google Translate for sure. But another thing is you can use this tool. This is tool of translate that from my point of view it's better than Google Translate. So I write this in English, put it here, and it's translate to me to Spanish. It's making a better job than Google Translate. It's actually sometimes not necessary to change nothing. This one. So if you need a confidence and if you have a person that speaks Spanish, I will give him to read it again. But not a lot of time. I don't need to do nothing. If I need to do it in Spanish.
Okay, thank you. And I have also another question. Because I just opened this Google Docs, do I have to install any text-to-speech software, or I don't know, any extension for it?
No. It's inside. You need to go to Tools and Voice to Talk or something like that. You can search it in Google, because I have it in Spanish, the Google Docs. I to change it now, it's a take time, but yes.
Yeah, it's built in. So I just checked it in English. You go to Tools and it's called Voice Typing, and you see the little microphone
Okay,
icon.
maybe it's in English, because I have in Polish default language at the moment, so maybe I can't see it. Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe Google only makes it available based on certain languages. It's possible.
But yes, but just that you know that you have more languages than English inside. More than that.
Okay, but really, I didn't know that it's so easy to create content. I'll be honest with you. A lot of great advices. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
And Edward, last thing, if folks are interested in contacting you, is there a website, or do they go to LinkedIn? How do they get in touch?
You can find in LinkedIn. This is my. You can. Sorry, not this one. The second one. You can search in this one in internet. This is or not. I will write my Medium account. It's like let me see. You can. You know what you do? I think you can put that one. educhep.com. This is my website, so you have everything.
Okay,
inside.
excellent.
Okay.
All right, Edward. Well, thanks so much for joining us. This was fascinating. I think there's a lot of comments on how useful it was, and thanks everyone else for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.